Hey, what's going on? You're about to discover the most obvious and best kept secret that will take your dumpster rental company from 6 to 7 figures and from 7 to 8 figures fast. This strategy is so powerful, you'll be able to increase profits without hiring an in-house marketing specialist, without hiring an in-house website developer, without hiring family as your social media manager, without learning how to make websites yourself, without spending thousands and thousands of dollars on courses, without trying to run ad campaigns yourself, without losing money, without canvassing the same old neighborhoods, without having freelancers who live in 50 different countries and 10 different time zones. And this strategy is so powerful, you'll be able to increase profits after firing all the people you just hired to take care of your marketing after seeing zero results. Should I keep going? All right, you get the point. I'll get right to it. If you're interested and want to learn more about this obvious but highly secretive marketing strategy, stick around till the end of this video. My name is Isaac, but some of my clients call me Mr. Wizard. You can see I text my client, "Happy Thanksgiving, sir." And he texts me back and he said, "Happy Thanksgiving to you, Mr. Wizard. Turn off the ads. We're booked till Christmas." He texts me a few days later. He doesn't really know what we do. He knows what we do. He knows what he hired us for, but he couldn't do it himself, so he thinks it's magic. So sometimes he refers to me as Mr. Wizard. I'm the owner of Dump Marketing. We've been exclusively marketing for our dumpster rental clients since 2018. What does exclusively really mean? Well, my friend's father, who I've known since childhood, started a dumpster rental company right around the time I was learning how to market online. After hours of him laughing at me and not listening to me, I convinced him to give me a shot at running his online marketing department from my bedroom. He wouldn't take me seriously. It was hard to sell him a service that I knew I could provide without a case study to back it up. I had no proof. I had no testimonials. All I had was one friend who may not be a friend if I lost money for his dad. The pressure was on. I dedicated the next several months to learning everything there was to know about Google Ads, SEO, and online marketing strategies. I put his credit card on file and I launched the ads. I was so worried about losing his money I couldn't sleep. I was at Christmas parties and holiday dinners, overly concerned with how my ads were performing. I couldn't think about anything else. I just wanted to remain friends and not lose my friends' money. That is exactly how I started Dump Marketing. Long story short, I set out to find Google Ads experts that knew more than I did in hopes they would love marketing just as much as I did. That's when I found my business partner. He was in love with marketing more than I was. I thought I was going crazy. Who could possibly love ads more than me? We spent hours chatting about how to improve the campaigns that I had already built and how to do a bunch of other stuff. He was impressed, but could see I wanted better for my client. I refused to get any more clients until we had a proven system that would work for any dumpster rental company. The deeper we looked into my campaigns, it became pretty apparent that I could be doing much better. He asked me one straightforward question. Are you ready? Because this is the secret sauce that nobody's going to tell you, and I'm going to give it to you right away. He asked me, "Who built the website?" I said, "I built the website. Why?" He goes, "Well, it definitely needs to be improved. You're missing tons of pages that Google needs in order to serve your ads." I couldn't believe him. I thought I knew what I was doing, but apparently I didn't. He started telling me how expensive it was to build a proper website that would convert leads and build authority in the dumpster industry. We immediately began building a huge website. I'm talking over 60 plus pages. Now you might be thinking, why so many pages? That makes no sense. Well, my client was expanding, and naturally, he wanted to generate new business in those areas that he wanted to expand to. However, his website, the one I built, said that his company was only providing service to one specific county. He was popping up online when he wasn't popping up online when people searched for a dumpster to rent in those new neighborhoods that he wanted to expand to. It became a massive problem. To start, we needed one web page per location that his company would provide services to. We needed buyer-specific pages. We needed one page for a searcher looking for a 10-yard dumpster, one page for a 20-yard dumpster rental, one page for a 30-yard dumpster, one page for 40 yards, one page for dumpster dimensions. I mean, that's pretty obvious, but this is where it gets tricky. Every page needed several keywords, not just one. For example, town name plus dumpster size plus junk removal service. Then multiply that for all the services and all the locations that he provided. All of that, plus the basic pages like FAQs, and financing. You can see where this gets tricky and very time consuming. In addition to all that, Google wanted pages that answered the questions of the prospects who were looking for the dumpster company to give them a free estimate. In the end, we ended up creating a massive website that Google absolutely loves. Now, here's the key. Google absolutely loves it. Why is it so important that Google absolutely loves it? Well, if they love it, they'll show your ad first because they know your website will answer the query of the searcher. The more people visit your website, the more Google pushes you to the top. The more you're at the top, the more impression share you steal from your competitors. When your ads pop up first, people click it first. When people click it first and you answer their questions, they stay on the page longer. When they stay on the page longer, Google rewards you again. It's a constant loop. In addition to the placement that they're rewarding you, Google will charge you less because it's more relevant to the searcher. When your costs go down, you can afford to run more ads. When you run more ads, you pop up more. You can see how this is a constant loop. See where I'm going with this? For a moment, let's talk about attraction. Who you attract is a representation of how much effort you've put into attracting that individual. If you go to the bar down the road and you're in a pair of ripped jeans and a t-shirt, you're setting yourself up to attract the same in return. You don't deserve any better, or so it appears. If you spend a bit of money and clean yourself up and you attend a higher-end restaurant with expensive food and top-tier chefs in the kitchen, well, it's a different story. You're surrounding yourself with what you attract, whether you realize it or not. When it comes to your website, it's the same exact thing. If your website looks like shit, well, no doubt you'll find the perfect prospects to match. However, if your website looks like you spent months developing it, your prospects will see your dedication and how much you care about your customers. The same goes for your reviews. If you have shit reviews, you're going to get shit customers. If you have 5-star reviews, you'll attract more 5-star customers. What's a sure sign that your website could be better? Well, we let Google tell us. If Google's willing to rank us above the competition, we are what the prospect is looking for. If we are having a hard time ranking our ads, we will be spending money and not seeing a return on that investment. We've had many clients come to us and want us to run ads for them, but every single time we had to recreate their website in order to see results. And I mean every single time. I know it sounds crazy, but it's the truth. Our clients knew they were doing something wrong. They just couldn't figure it out. They thought it was bad luck or bad sales or bad marketing. It was kind of all of that, plus a website Google wasn't happy with. Once we rebuilt their website, everything started falling in place. Because we know how important this is for your dumpster rental business, we want to give you and your dumpster rental company our fully customizable 60-plus page website for free. This website's worth about $12,000 to $15,000. And why is this website worth so much? You might be thinking, well, that's a great question. We put a case study together from one of our clients over 18 months. Let's have a look at the results. The average leads per day for this client were 3.2, so roughly 3 leads a day. The number of first-time calls to the business, 1,050. Number of form submissions, 686. Total leads generated between email form submissions and first-time calls to the business were over 1,700 leads in 18 months. Average dumpster rental job was about $320. So let's for a moment talk about potential business value based on the average job value that the company was doing. So their cost per job on average over 18 months was about $320. So even if we use the worst sales reps to close the red hot leads with a 30% close rate, okay? If we use the worst sales reps in the world, okay, now these people on Google are searching to rent a dumpster immediately. They're calling you to see if you can drop it off at their house same day or the next day. So if you can't close that, I mean, that's a problem, right? You need sales training more than anything. So we're going to pretend that you need sales training, and we're going to give you stats on the potential value that we brought to the business with a 30% close rate, okay? So if the average job was $320, the job average there, then we closed 30% of the leads. It would be 578 leads, and that would equal $185,000 worth of business in 18 months. Okay, now we would minus the ad spend in the management, which is about $87,000 over 18 months, and that would equal $98,000. Now we would divide that by 18 months, and we'd have about $5,400 a month profit being brought right to the business from Google Ads and online marketing services that we provide. Let's say they close 50% of the leads that are knocking on the door, right? So the job stays the same. The cost for the job stays the same, 320. And then 50% of the leads would be 868, which is doable because these are the hottest leads you can possibly find. $278,000. So over $250,000 we would have been bringing to the door. Then we have to minus the ad spend and management. So $190,000, almost $191,000 in 18 months. We divide that by 18 months. We end up with $10,608 a month. Now, what could you do with another $10,608 a month for your business? On autopilot, you don't even have to do anything. You just have to have the ad spend and pay us to manage the ads. And next thing you know, we're generating another $10,000 a month for your company. Now, if you have an average price that's higher than 320, these numbers look even better for you. And if you can close more than 50%, these numbers look better for you, okay? Now, at 50%, it's safe to say we generated $190,000 worth of potential business at 50% after ad spend and management fee. I want to make that clear, okay? And guess what? Our client was so busy that they were missing phone calls and estimate requests. Why? Well, they were understaffed. Now, just for fun, I need you to imagine something. Let's say they closed 100% of the leads. This is strictly for fun, okay? We can't promise that you're going to close 100% of the leads, all right? Because some leads do fall through the crack. But just for fun, let's do this math real quick. So 1,737 leads closed at 100%. We would have generated $500,000 before ad spend, okay? Now we minus the ad spend because the ad spend stays the same, right? We generated that many leads, so the ad spend stays the same. It would have equaled $468,000, almost $500,000 in 18 months. If we divide that by 18 months, we're talking $26,000 a month in potential business. So if you want these sort of numbers, you have to close everything as often as you possibly can and or up your cost for the dumpster rentals, right? So you want that average at least 320 or higher in order to hit these numbers, right? So now, we all know that that's impossible, but if you pick up every single call and answer every estimate request, and if you could handle the amount of new leads and jobs, how much would your company make? Realistically, I need you to think about that for a second, all right? Now, imagine if you upsold a fraction of these dumpster rental leads. So for all those leads that came in, right, maybe they wanted one dumpster, but you upsold them on a bigger dumpster, right? Or maybe they came back to you again for another dumpster. Or maybe they needed a different service that you also offer, right? Maybe they needed full junk removal or maybe moving if you do moving, right? How can you upsell these people? So you have these clients or these customers coming to your door knocking, ready to give you money. How can you get them to give you more money at the door? Now, imagine how many referrals you would get based on the pure volume of new business. Okay, so if we go back real quick, let's go back to closing 50%, right? Let's say you close 50% of these customers, 868 customers in 18 months, okay? And this will vary depending on what you're spending in ad spend, right? But let's pretend 868 customers. Now, if you're telling me, just imagine the amount of reviews you're going to get, okay? And imagine the amount of referrals. If a few percent of these people leave you referrals, then you're going to generate even more business, right? So if 10% of these people give you referrals, you're talking 86 people, 86 new customers purely based on referrals, which are free, right? So let's go back here. If this doesn't show you how powerful our marketing strategies are, I don't know what will. Guess the number one reason for our client being able to acquire that much business? It was because of the $15,000 website we built for them. And once again, we want to give you this website for free. For free? Why? What's the catch, you might be thinking? Well, here's the catch. We're definitely not going to give this website to every dumpster rental company owner who asks for it because we just don't have the capacity to do that, right? We're also not expecting you as the business owner to manage all of these mandatory web pages yourself. We're looking to help a few new dumpster rental clients. What services do you offer for your clients, Isaac? That might be a thought you're thinking. Well, we make the hottest exclusive leads knock on your door. Okay, so when somebody's typing this in to Google and they're saying, I need a 40-yard dumpster near me, or a 20-yard dumpster, or a 10-yard dumpster, 3-day dumpster rental, whatever they're typing in, okay, you need to be popping up. You can't get any hotter of a lead than that. And this is exclusive. They're not going around. If your website converts them and they call you or they submit the form, they're not going anywhere else because people are lazy. they want first come, first serve, right? So if you're ready to go and serve them right away, it's nearly impossible to not close these people, okay? So, for instance, I'm sure you're familiar with HomeAdvisor and Angie's, right? We kick HomeAdvisor and Angie's ass when it comes to the quality of our leads. Okay. Now they're not exclusive. They're a third party that collects all this information and then deals it out to other dumpster rental companies or contractors or whatever, right? Anybody in the contracting space, anybody in the home services niche, they're the ones that kind of divvy up these leads. And you can see how much money they're spending. You can see they're at the top a lot. HomeAdvisor and Angie's List right there. And you can see where we are. We outrank them 74% of the time. And we're at the top of the page, absolute top of the page. Like, we don't drop from the top of the page 45% of the time, okay? Which means we're taking up that number one spot 45% of the time. And then the top of the page rate, we're up there 67% of the time. It's impossible to get 100%, but, and the reason is because all these other competitors are also paying. Google just can't give us 100% of the impression share, but they can definitely give us 74% of the impression share because we know what we're doing. And you can see that if you don't know what you're doing, you end up down at the bottom there in less than 10% showing up, 10%, 11% showing up. So we're stealing the customers 60% of the time, right? It's crazy. We will never share your leads with any other dumpster rental companies. We will monopolize the number of times your company is seen online. We specialize in omnipresent online marketing strategies for your business. We do this by managing your Google ads. We will manage your YouTube ads. We will manage your SEO. We will manage your website, obviously, because it's worth $15,000 and there's a ton of pages. We will manage your remarketing campaigns. We will manage your call tracking and email opt-ins. We will remove the stress and headaches that come with marketing online, all while saving you thousands and thousands of dollars. We will provide you with an account specialist for support 6 days a week. We will send monthly reports so you understand how your money is being spent. We will also help you set goals for your business so we're on the exact same page at all times. And most importantly, you will have a team of 8 real people constantly improving your campaigns daily. And we will do all of this for less than the cost of hiring one employee full-time. So if you were to go hire a marketing consultant, okay, now the consultant's not going to actually do anything for you. They're going to tell you how to do this stuff. And then you're going to have to hire other people to put in place to run the Google ads, to do the website, because some people that do Google ads don't know how to do websites. You're going to have to hire somebody to do the SEO, right? Search engine optimization. You're going to have to hire somebody that knows how to do all the call tracking and the email stuff and sending all that information to your CRM, right? And on average, right now, it costs about $63,000 a year, all the way up to $113,000 for that one position. Oh, and did I mention that these leads can be added immediately to your CRM? I mean, what more do you want? Oh, I know. Maybe you want us to only work with you because we're that good. Well, you're in luck because we only work with one client in a 60-mile radius. We don't like competing with ourselves at the top of Google. And obviously you can see that we were at the top of Google. So if we have any other clients in your radius, then we'd be competing with ourselves and our clients would just not be getting the same treatment. And it doesn't make us look good. It's not good for case studies. So we try to keep a radius around our clients and then we go out from there. And we believe generating leads online is an all-out war. We can't be friends with our enemies. So here's the thing. We're looking for clients who we can build a powerful working relationship with. We've been in business since early 2018 and our clients have stuck with us through the pandemic. If that's not a powerful statement, I don't know what is. I mean, I feel honored, honestly. When our clients needed to put food on the table for their families and their employees' families during a pandemic, they trusted us. Why do they trust us so much? Well, we're honest and transparent, even if it hurts a bit. We are going to be very honest. If you're wasting money, we're going to tell you you're wasting money, okay? You might not want to hear it, but it's going to happen. We're always focused on improving and adapting to new technologies. We're consistent, and I'm going to say it again, we're consistent. Why is being consistent so important? Well, it allows us to forecast your future and ours for that matter. Now, what type of clients will get our free $15,000 website? Well, here's our ideal client, and this is what it looks like. Someone who cares about their dumpster rental business and their employees, which sounds pretty obvious, but you'd be surprised. Someone who can pick up the phone every time a lead calls for a free inspection, right? Or a free estimate, free quotes, okay? Someone who is not a one-man show. Someone who understands how important relationships are, and someone who thinks long-term. And there's more. Someone who's struggled maybe with online marketing in the past, but understands it's vital for their company. Someone who may have hired marketing agencies in the past, but has a bad taste in their mouth. Someone who is willing to invest in their business and adapt to the times. Someone who loves what they do every day. Someone who understands that running a business means letting professionals be professionals. The better the fit, the better the results. If you're interested in hiring us to explode the online marketing side of your business, all you have to do is click the button below the video. Fill out the application. Schedule your free strategy session. This is a personal one-on-one custom tailored strategy session between you and I or a member of my team and yourself. This is when we really begin to figure out what you want and how to make it happen as fast as we can. If you're trying to expand your business, if you're starting a franchise, if you're trying to buy more dumpsters, if you're just starting out, okay, we need to know these things. How many employees you have, all sorts of little questions that we're going to be asking you on the call. We'll contact you to let you know whether or not you qualify to receive our $15,000 website for free. Thank you for watching. I hope you learned something. I hope you got something from this video. I'm looking forward to working together in the future. Have a fantastic day.